It is Monday, time for another book recommendation. Today, I'm recommending The Soldier's Guide to PTSD, Understanding Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, Moral Injury, and Therapy Options, and different ways that PTSD is treated, approached from the psychological community, and also just being a human being that might be suffering with PTSD. Now, this book is specifically written for members of the military, but I've read this book. I've interviewed Virginia Cruz, who's the author of it, and it is the most simplistic. It's about 70 pages. Simplistic version of all the different nuances to it and different ideas behind it to unlock any form of PTSD. The language is obviously focused on military, but if you want to understand in a simplistic way what PTSD is, maybe potentially understand whether you think you have it, or if you know someone in the military or post-military transition that has had PTSD or you suspect has had PTSD, go ahead, check out this book, order him a copy. It's $8 on Amazon. I'll include a link down in the show notes, but she was on my podcast, A Military Veteran Dad, and it was an hour and a half, the longest record of any podcaster on any episode that I had, and we also had a record for the most swearing. She's not one to hold back bars, and she is one to give you the truth very quickly, whether you want to hear it or not. There are many episodes that I've done since, and this is still one of my top favorites, and it is one that I go to repeat over and over and over again for people looking to get help or to hear some radical truth behind the BS that we are selling. So again, The Soldier's Guide to PTSD, Understanding Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, Moral Injury, and Therapy Options. And more importantly, I'll point out the moral injury is not something that is talked about enough in the PTSD community within veterans. So it is something essentially that when you witness something that is against morals, like say a shooting of someone that you didn't do, that was covered up, for example, these types of things are covered in the book as well. So again, head on over to the show notes down in the podcast player where you're getting this. Grab yourself a copy of that book. And whether you, like I said, whether you have PTSD or not, it's a good book just to understand what other veterans have gone through and what the hell they have to try to walk through. That is all I have for you today. And we'll be back again tomorrow to do it all over again.